staying and my decision to stay in Azerbaijan was very easy. It's a beautiful country, it's beautiful people, it has a very rich culture, tradition, history. It has, I'm coming from Austria, it has beautiful mountains for skiing, and it has also the sea side, the Caspian. So it was a decision which was not only professionally related to run the tourism board, but also to see if the people, the culture and the environment is something what embraces me. My name is Florian Sengstschmid and I'm the CEO of the Azerbaijan Tourism Board. I've been running through different stations, all tourism and travel and hospitality related. I started in a small but very specialized DMC, destination management companies, where we also organized congresses and events. Then in a 5-star luxury hotel for a Japanese brand, which was at that time operating in Vienna, Austria. And then I joined already Vienna City Tourist Board, and I built the brand of Vienna in the Eastern European markets. And then from there I went to Russia. I was representing the Austrian National Tourist Office in Russia and the CIS countries. And then back to the head office, heading international markets and many other client management system and the reformation of the Austrian Tourism Board at that time. And then I founded my own consultancy. Worked for many projects in many countries in the world, from Asia to Europe to South Americas, and this is how also I ended up in Azerbaijan through a project supporting the Ministry of Culture and Tourism at that time, and then basically stayed there because I enjoyed and liked it so much that I stayed there. And I think the learnings from all this is not only intercultural development, that you see that your own perspective is not the one and only solution to many global issues and concerns, but there is a lot of ways to do this. So is intercultural development. I think the other second hand in hand is also a creative approach. Do you find creative solutions, and you're always basically agile enough to work on new ways to see things. I think this is what is most relevant for me, and that I appreciate everyone working in tourism and hospitality. I think I know the industry from the very bottom. I've run through all these different stages, and all that basically helps me today to understand what the value chain is about, how things fit together, match, and where is the little things, how you tweak and improve and maybe fine-tune to get things done. I think Azerbaijan as a brand, which we started to develop in 2018 when we launched the new brand Azerbaijan, Take Another Look, is really to encourage travelers to look at the many sites the country, the destination has to offer, and to not only stop at the first look, but give it a second, a third, a fourth look. And this also invites people to look maybe beyond the obvious and beyond the things you might think. And what the brand has to offer is the proposition is a lot of unique elements here, a lot of unique experiences which are linked to the rich natural, cultural, tangible and intangible assets of the country, which we put in scene and only make accessible for travelers. So this starts with medieval towns, this starts with natural phenomena like mud volcanoes or burning fountains or burning mountains, to natural settings like subtropicals or 4,000-meter high mountains, which then are made accessible through skiing destinations. So It's a question on how to create experiences, how to make assets, tangible or intangible, accessible for travelers, so they can really immerse. And it's not only about passively consuming, but immersing in these experiences. This is a very fine balance, but it's about regeneration. So when we speak about regeneration, it embraces both that you do something good for the locals, that you preserve the asset. It might be the tradition you're preserving, right? Or a building or a monument, and at the same time bring life and bring business to it. This is narrow, but at the most of the time, this is better also because it organizes a way that you streamline tourists to a certain point, to a certain facility where you can regulate through tourism flows in order to avoid basically that you stress locals, you bring too many travelers, which they cannot be absorbed. You cause problems for infrastructure, for superstructure in terms of consumption of resources. So all these obviously are related problems, but I think when you plan it, when you organize it, when you see where limits and how many travelers a destination, a micro destination can welcome, this is possible. What Azerbaijan stands out, that it's a multicultural, multi-ethnical, multi-religious destination in an area where we would not most likely see this, you know, and imagine this. And it has a very rich cultural linkages to many other nations of this planet. It was part of the Silk Road. Traders and people crisscrossed the country for centuries, and this has left its marks on the destination for travelers. Might this be for example, from the Chinese or from the Indian or from the German or the European or Polish. Different cultures have left different marks in architecture, in design patterns, in sites, in also practices. For example, the fire temples outside of Baku, where the Zoroastrians basically worship the fire. So different, a beautiful mix, a very colorful mix, and I think this is what makes Azerbaijan unique in the set of the features it has to offer, because if you do not have the features, the destination doesn't have the value, obviously, for travelers. So it has the sites, it has the places you can see how people do still the colorful glass windows, or the copper work, or the woodwork, or the silk printing. So you can really immerse and engage in this. Sustainability is top of our agenda. Our ultimate really objective is to work with locals, with the resources we have, with the assets we have, and the capacities, also the people. And I think if you create this balance between these four pillars, then we can speak about a sustainable development. There is, on a national agenda, there is a sustainability strategy of the government, and our tourism sustainability strategy is matching, fitting into this government program. This means like destination stewardship, meaning the plans we create for developing destinations are embracing all the stakeholders. This means also that we work with the key partners along the value chain, accommodation, guides, and travel and tour businesses on specific programs. Just to mention one, for accommodation, we launched the Hotel Sustainability Basics program with World Travel and Tourism Council last year. So this is a program, it's a beginner's program, you know, but I think sustainability is something you cannot achieve just by speaking about it or by doing one big step. It's micro steps, it's baby steps, And these steps will take us over the time to success stories in any destination. I think it's important that we do these steps, that we are accountable for these steps, and that we see what is working, what is not working, and we learn from the deficiencies and basically improve them. We apply technology throughout the customer journey, from the dreaming phase to the booking, anticipation, on-site experience and post-visit, both in our marketing communication and channels, for example with VR at exhibitions, but also through the information stages. So we are launching now an AI-supported chatbot, which will basically better help clients to answer and engage in questions related to the destination Azerbaijan. So technology plays an important role throughout all that. And whether this is QR codes, signage, wayfinding, communication in terms of services provided, so it's everywhere. My advice for any young professional in tourism and hospitality is to embrace the entire industry, to look at different cultures, to look at how different countries practice different approaches in tourism and travel. And I think there is a lot of learning, and stay curious, excited, and embrace people of different origin, and I think this is the best part of tourism and hospitality to get into. Lessons learned throughout my life is that there is not one way, but many ways to solve problems. Secondly, it's important to focus on the solution and not on the problem, to have a creative mind, out-of-the-box thinking, bring in different experiences, and approach the world and any problem that way. This will definitely help. A memorable experience was 2018 when we launched our brand, and everything is new, everything is excited. You show the first also collaterals around, and you tell stories, and you're proud of bringing value through a brand to an entire destination and people, and at the end it's all about impacting the livelihood of locals, right, and improving lives of individual people who live from tourism and with tourism. And I think to contribute that part in building up a strong destination brand is one of the very memorable moments.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.